Hello and welcome to my channel, where I share with you the best psychology books and insights that can help you improve your life and achieve your goals. Today, I'm going to summarize the book Clear Thinking by Parrish, an instant New York Times bestseller that teaches you how to think clearly and make better decisions in any situation. The book is based on the premise that few things will change your trajectory in life or business as much as learning to think clearly. Yet few of us recognize opportunities to think in the first place. You might believe you're thinking clearly in the moments that matter most. But in all likelihood, when the pressure is on, you won't be thinking at all. And your subsequent actions will inevitably move you further from the results you ultimately seek: love, belonging, success, wealth, victory. According to the author, we must get better at recognizing these opportunities for what they are, and deploying our cognitive ability in order to achieve the life we want. He calls these opportunities clear thinking moments, and defines them as any moment in which you have the potential to change your trajectory by applying your reasoning and rationality to the situation at hand. In terms of its main ideas, the book can be divided into 3 parts. The first part explains why clear thinking is so rare and valuable, and how our biology, evolution, and culture have shaped our default modes of thinking and behaving. The second part introduces some powerful mental models that can help us make sense of any situation and avoid common biases and errors. The third part reveals a simple, actionable method for smarter decision-making, starting today. Let's take a look at some of the main ideas and examples from each part. Part 1. Why clear thinking is rare and valuable. In the first part of the book, the author argues that most of us run on autopilot most of the time, and miss the opportunities to think clearly and change our trajectory. He explains that this is because of 3 main factors: our emotion default, our social default, and our cultural default. Our emotion default is the tendency to react to events without reasoning, based on our feelings and instincts. This is a result of our evolutionary history, where survival depended on quick and automatic responses to threats and opportunities. However, in the modern world, where most of our problems are complex and abstract, our emotion default can often lead us astray and cause us to make impulsive and irrational decisions. Our social default is the tendency to conform to the expectations and norms of the groups we belong to, without questioning or challenging them. This is a result of our social nature, where belonging and cooperation were essential for survival and reproduction. However, in the modern world, where we are exposed to diverse and conflicting opinions and information, our social default can often blind us to alternative perspectives and prevent us from thinking for ourselves. Our cultural default is the tendency to adopt the beliefs and values of the society we live in, without examining or evaluating them. This is a result of our cultural inheritance, where we learn from our ancestors and elders how to navigate the world and what to value. However, in the modern world, where we face new and unprecedented challenges and opportunities, our cultural default can often limit our imagination and creativity and hinder our growth and adaptation. The author suggests that to overcome these defaults and think clearly, we need to develop 2 key skills: awareness and agency. Awareness is the ability to recognize the clear thinking moments and the factors that influence our thinking and behavior. Agency is the ability to act on our awareness and choose the best course of action for our goals and values. Part 2. Mental models for clear thinking. In the second part of the book, the author introduces some of the most useful and versatile mental models that can help us think clearly and make better decisions. Mental models are frameworks or tools that help us understand and explain how the world works and how to act effectively in it. The author draws from various disciplines and domains, such as psychology, economics, physics, biology, and philosophy, and presents the mental models in a simple and accessible way. Summarized and slightly paraphrased, here are some of the mental models that the author covers. 1. The map is not the territory. This mental model reminds us that our perception and representation of reality are not the same as reality itself, and that we should always be open to updating and refining our maps based on new evidence and feedback. 2. Circle of competence. This mental model helps us identify and focus on the areas where we have the most knowledge and skill, and avoid venturing into areas where we are ignorant or incompetent, or seek the help of experts when we do. 3. First principles thinking. This mental model helps us break down complex problems into their fundamental components, and then build up solutions from scratch, rather than relying on existing assumptions or analogies. 4. Inversion. This mental model helps us improve our thinking and decision-making by reversing the problem or the goal, and asking ourselves what we should avoid or prevent, rather than what we should do or achieve. 5. Occam's razor. This mental model helps us choose the simplest and most plausible explanation or solution among competing alternatives, and avoid unnecessary complexity or speculation. 6. Second-order thinking. This mental model helps us consider the consequences and implications of our actions beyond the immediate and obvious ones, and anticipate the possible feedback loops and side effects that may arise. 7. Probabilistic thinking. This mental model helps us deal with uncertainty and risk by quantifying and expressing our beliefs and expectations in terms of probabilities, and updating them based on new information and evidence. The author provides many examples and stories to illustrate how these and other mental models can help us think clearly and make better decisions in various situations, such as investing, parenting, learning, negotiating, and more. Part 3. A method for clear thinking. In the third and final part of the book, the author reveals a simple, actionable method for clear thinking that anyone can apply to any situation. The method consists of 4 steps. 1. Define the problem or the goal. This step involves clarifying what you are trying to solve or achieve, and why it matters to you. You should also identify the relevant criteria and constraints that will guide your decision-making process. 2. Generate options. This step involves brainstorming and researching as many possible solutions or actions as you can, without judging or filtering them. You should also seek diverse and independent sources of information and advice, and avoid falling prey to confirmation bias or groupthink. 3. Evaluate options. This step involves comparing and ranking the options based on how well they meet your criteria and constraints, and how likely they are to succeed. You should also consider the potential costs and benefits, risks and rewards, and trade-offs and uncertainties of each option, and use the mental models to improve your analysis and judgment. 4. Choose and act. This step involves selecting the best option based on your evaluation and implementing it with confidence and commitment. You should also monitor the results and feedback, and be ready to adjust or change your course of action if necessary. The author emphasizes that this method is not a rigid or mechanical formula, but a flexible and adaptable framework that can help you think clearly and make better decisions in any situation. He also encourages you to practice and experiment with the method, and to learn from your successes and failures. In conclusion, it can be said that Clear Thinking is a book that can help you transform your life and business by teaching you how to think clearly and make better decisions in any situation. The book is full of practical and powerful insights and tools that can help you recognize the clear thinking moments, overcome your default modes of thinking and behaving, and apply the full capacity of your reasoning and rationality to them. By following the author's advice and method, you can achieve the results you ultimately seek: love, belonging, success, wealth, victory. I hope you enjoyed this summary and learned something valuable from it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more psychology book summaries and insights. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.